Hey everybody, Ryan Phillips here from DVcreators, and I want to show you how to turn some ordinary video footage into awesome Hollywood level production footage using a couple filters that are part of the FilmStyles bundle that you can get from DVcreators. So let's take a look at this image here. The framing's not bad, but this is obviously really not up to par. This does not look quite professional. So there's a deep depth of field, the background's distracting, and it just looks a little flat. So what I'm gonna do is grab the FilmStyles filter here, drag it over, and boom, instantly it goes from flat home video to a romantic film. Now let's walk through how it's doing this. The film look slider is gonna give you an S curve, an S gamma curve that you see in actual film that digital video does not have. So there's nothing, there's a lot. You can see how it's affecting the contrast and saturation of the colors there. And that's what gives you that richness. Then below it is exposure. And the reason this is important is because let's say you've got some dark footage, some low-key footage, but you've also got some bright footage. Well, I want this filter to work for whatever footage you have. I don't care whether it's bright or dark. So this exposure slider is gonna basically allow you to use it on any type of clip exposure-wise. Restore shadows is going to allow you to bring back some detail. So for example, look at her hair. As I bring this up, you can see the details coming back. And the reason is because the film look is going to crush some of those darker midtones into shadows. But this, I actually like it kind of darker. It feels a little bit more intimate, right? I've got a saturation slider, bring some color back into her skin, some warmth. And the magic slider is gonna make your highlights glow. So here's nothing, and there's, oh, super glowy. I mean, this is a little bit excessive. We're now in like music video land, I guess. But let's go somewhere in between. We just want the image to feel slightly magical, right? It's supposed to be romantic. So we wanna get that sort of soft filter look. In the vignette, what this is gonna do is just draw our eyes right into the subject, in this case, into her eyes. So there's no vignette. You can see this is actually pretty distracting. We place this on the image and all of a sudden it is clear exactly where our eyes should be looking. And you can change the size of the vignette here. Now there's one more thing that I wanna fix with this footage, and that's the fact that this has a very deep depth of field, meaning that just about everything's in focus. So what I'm gonna do is go to the depth of field filter and drag it on. Now, why is it pink? Well, it's pink because that area is gonna tell me what stays in focus and what is gonna get blurry and simulate the shallow depth of field. And if I go to the inspector, I can alter that. So what I wanna do is basically shape this around her face because that's what I want to be in focus. So I'm gonna go like this and I can change XY axis. So I wanna go over to the left here. Let's bring it up, make it taller. Bring it down just a little bit more, bear with me. And this blur slider is what's gonna affect how blurry it is. So let's turn off tune and all that pink's gonna go away, boom, right? So here's nothing. You can see like his ears, for example, her shoulder are fairly sharp. But when I go all the way, see that? That's simulating that shallow depth of field where on, for example, a full frame sensor camera, like a 5D, his ear would not be in focus and neither would the background. So I think that's a little bit excessive. It's getting almost close to like a tilt shift look. So let's bring this back down a little bit. So that's without the shallow depth of field look, and there it is with it. So this is just adding to the vignette to draw our eyes in. And the cumulative effect of the FilmStyles filter with this shallow depth of field filter is it's gonna turn ordinary video footage into something cinematic. And that's what we're going for here. But the best part is it's not gonna take you hours and hours to make your footage look awesome. you could dial all that in 30 seconds. So let's watch a little bit of this and see some before and after.